This year marks our 15th year. Wow, I never would have imagined we've come this far. And we've got a lot of momentum, and it's worth celebrating, but we've got so much further to go. And so I'm hoping that this year and the next, we'll continue to make strides, to make those connections to people that really need our help.
So my name is Rosa Tomazik. On May 16th of 2022, I was involved in a head-on collision caused by a reckless driver. And I ended up going to Casa Colina, and that is how I met Triumph Foundation. Andrew came rolling into my room, and I always say he was the very first friendly face that was not a doctor or nurse that came to see me. And it was a real blessing because he explained to me my injury and what had happened in a way that hadn't been explained to me before. You know, you get sustained a spinal cord injury and you're in a state of shock, and they're giving you medical terms, but they're not kind of telling you what life is going to be like or what's happened to you. And so that is how I came to meet Andrew and get involved with Triumph Foundation. I think that was a turning point for me, realizing that, wow, I am paralyzed. I have a spinal cord injury. I am now someone with a disability. And here are other people that understand my situation. You know, because the nurses and doctors, they're all able-bodied, they're all walking around. And so I think that was the biggest turning point for me, in realizing that there was a network out there that would not only help me, but advocate for me and provide me services and emotional support that I needed.
My name is Jared Shaft, and I injured myself in Puerto Rico. I was body surfing, and I dunked head and first right into a sandbar on the very first wave of the trip. I was pulled into shore, and next thing I know, I'm on a helicopter. I ended up going to the main hospital in Puerto Rico, where they did surgery on me about 3 hours later. And I had a second surgery in Cedars-Sinai. And then about 2 months later, after doing rehab about 8 hours a day, 6 days a week, you are released from the hospital. And luckily it applied through Triumph, because insurance takes forever to get you your wheelchair. And I was lucky enough to receive a wheelchair from Triumph, an ultralight wheelchair. Being an athlete, I wanted to roll around and get quite a bit of exercise in, and I lived down by the beach, and I wanted to go on the boardwalk and roll a lot. My insurance company probably gave me a $400 super heavy wheelchair that would not really work for anything beyond the house. After that, came back to my home in Newport and was able to walk on the peninsula, or I should walk, take a stroll or a roll. Yeah, I was rolling up to like 3 or 4 miles a day. So I'd say a big thank you to Triumph to give me that wheelchair, which allowed me to be more athletic and do everything that I wanted to do in Newport, whether it be going out to the bars or going out to a concert, or even just getting into my physical therapy in general. Triumph allowed me to have my own independence, which I think was incredibly important.
My name is Leslie Perez-Zamora. I'm 21 years old. On August 13, 2022, I got injured with a spinal cord injury on my T3. I was out with my sister, and we were exiting a drive-through parking lot. 2 gangs were fighting, and I was just driving through there, and that's when I got shot. I woke up at the hospital and found out that I couldn't move my legs. I had to do rehab at Rancho Los Amigos, and that's where I met Triumph Foundation. They gave me more hope. They gave me the resources I needed. They were just amazing. By the time I was home, it was a little hard to adapt. I was trying to find, equipment for me to get better. I saw that I wasn't moving my legs a little more. So I remember that Triumph Foundation had given me resources. So I went on their website. I saw that they had an equipment to work my legs out and my arms. So I applied for it. Well, yeah, I was the lucky one to get chosen, and I use that equipment all the time. It really helps me. I've seen more movement on my legs. So I really thank Triumph Foundation for giving me that exercise machine. It's been really great to me.
My name's Abel Corona. I'm 21 years old now. On March 19th, I went to the Palm Springs Strip, and then we went on a ride, which is one of my favorite hobbies. Like an hour later, we hopped on the freeway just messing around, and unfortunately I lost control of my bike. I just flew off my bike into a sand pit at the side of the freeway and broke my back. So when I met Andrew and he told me about the Triumph Foundation, after he gave me the bag full of goodies and information that could help me live a better life, I started to move forward significantly. And then after that, they supplied me with a good wheelchair that can help me move and help me get into the car easier, take showers a little faster, easier, just things that can help me be comfortable throughout my daily activities.
I'm really thankful for Triumph for giving me that independence that I needed and step in where sometimes these big insurance companies don't. It's really sad that the way you're treated when you come into this injury is like, oh, we just do what's necessary for you to move around your house. I'm like, I don't just move around my house. Like, I like to go outside and live my life. And I think that's where Triumph came in and really filled that gap. So, super thankful.
Triumph offers so many resources, and everyone's very familiar, right, with all the sports, festivals, and activities that they offer, and providing wheelchairs or cars, anything like that. For me, the biggest thing that they offered me was the emotional support, and that's something that really needs to be mentioned. And I think it's also incredibly important value, because to become disabled, to have a spinal cord injury, is so life-changing. And people like Andrew and Anthony and Dean that have been living with this for decades, who else better is going to understand that? They understand loss, and they understand pain, and they understand what that does to somebody, and that's what they offered me. They offered me a solid ground to sit on.
Thank you, Triumph Foundation, for helping me receive better equipment to help me live a better life and be a lot happier. Thank you so much.
We are all Triumph. We're all part of this momentous journey. We've done so much together, but we have so much further to go, and I hope you'll join me for the next 15 years and beyond.